Hello, gorgeous Mariela.
Hello, Delphine. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good.
What do you think about Ozempic?
Oh my God. You started with a difficult question.
Yeah.
So, Ozempic, I have to be honest with you, and I think it's here to stay.
Yeah? What do you think that?
I think it's here to stay because, and when I say Ozempic, is any of the GLP-1 type of hormones, because I think although we know a lot about obesity and as a disease, and it's been studied more and more, and also not only obesity but also all the things linked to obesity. I think we know that we have to eat healthy. We know that exercise more. We're human beings.
Yeah.
And I think we are people. We are made of habits. And I don't think we have the best of habits. And the studies shows that we are getting fatter, even though we know more about obesity. We know more what are the causes. We still don't know how to solve the problem. And I think it's a problem that is linked with public health, with governments, with the food industry, and now the solution is pharma.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's interesting what you're saying about pharma. Do you know when Ozempic started being used as medication for weight loss?
For weight loss, I think it was started to be in use. I think it was approved in 2000 and well, Ozempic was used for diabetes 20 years ago. And then the version for weight loss, which is where it started to be used in 2020, 21, I believe.
Okay. So we don't have too much feedbacks about Ozempic when it's used for weight loss.
Well,
diabetics, we have a lot of feedbacks.
Yes, we don't have so much feedback when it comes to weight loss, if the same drug, if you want.
Okay.
But let's think about also GLP-1 or any of these drugs. And just to be clear, I'm not a doctor, right? So I'm just saying what this does. Let's think that any GLP-1 is not a drug, it's a hormone that is, although it comes on an injection, it's not a drug, it's a protein that is already present in our body, right? It mimics what the GLP-1 that is already in our body is doing. It's just that, yes, it has been a little bit, it's modified, so it stays longer in our body. But it would be like an amino acid or any other peptide that could be injected for you. So it's been for weight loss. People are losing weight, but it's also for the people with diabetes, right? So yes, you have, in order to lose weight, and we have to be careful because, and I think whenever a drug comes and touches a drug or any other, it touches something that is a little bit more lucrative, let's put it that way, which is now for weight loss, it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
And also it comes from a big pharma. So people, and it's also for a market that is lucrative, and it becomes something of public discussion. And it was the same, I remember it was the same when, for instance, at the time we were discussing Botox. It was the time something was approved for medicine. It was something for an ophthalmology condition, which was the estropism, and then it became the aesthetic. At the time, it was polemic. It was polemic as well, and here is the same for Ozempic, if you want, which is the name that is more known for. Govi, I think, is the name for the same for Novo Nordisk that is doing it. That is the more used now, but Eli Lilly is also doing something else, and other pharmaceuticals are coming as well for different LGP-1. The most important thing, I believe, is that you have to not use it for when you want to lose 4 kilos or 6 kilos. And I think this is what some people are doing. It is for overweight treatment. And when I say overweight, when you have a real BMI issue. and when you really have no other solution
Options, yeah.
to lose weight.
How it helps to start a weight loss treatments? I mean, what is different from the other treatments?
GLP-1, what it does is it suppresses appetite for you. It is a helper, so it tells your body where to use your sugar, to say, okay, go to this. It tells the liver, no, we don't use so much. It already has too much sugar, so don't produce any more insulin. So it's okay. You're full. Don't
Okay,
eat slowly.
essential.
It's essential in our body. But some people don't have this, don't have enough. So some people, they don't have this sensation of feeling full. So it's like a coach for them. If you want, let's take it as a coach and say it's telling, or a little helper, and it's telling her what to do. And here, some people don't have this, or don't listen to it. So you would know when you're full and you say, I don't want to eat anymore. Or remember when we were coming back from our trip in Rome, and when we were eating this, I don't know why we even bought these M&Ms. And
I'm not proud of that.
I know, but you know this feeling where you're like, oh, why did we even eat that? All we wanted was a salad, and we were craving for a salad because it was too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people don't feel that. They would eat the whole pack. They would eat the whole pack, or they would eat the full chocolate. And they would want more, and they would want more, and they would want more. And this is what happened, or they would eat something else, and they don't feel the sensation of satiety. And there is when it comes, this type of injection, and it doesn't matter if they know in their brain, or they want to start, they would go to different diets. They have started, and it doesn't work, because they have this yo-yo effect, because you can go into caloric restriction, which works. But the moment you stop, you go back. And this is different with this type of drug, because you can do real life changes, because it will control this type of addictions that you have.
So I'm sure we need a specific diet during and after.
Yes, of course, this is crucial. And this is why I think it's a very good question, actually. And I think, in my opinion, and again, I'm not an expert on this as well, but I've been reading a lot. I've been talking to doctors. I work in the pharmaceutical industry, and I work with many doctors. So I've been asking a lot of questions as well. I believe it's crucial, like for any other thing, is that you have the right doctor to treat you. I don't think any doctor, because the dosage of this, they're standard. And this is for any medication. And I think it's, in order to get FDA approved, or or CE approved any drug, they're standard because you go to clinical trials. So you have to have a standard in order to go approved. You cannot be custom made. Oh, for Delphine it's gonna be this, and for Mariela it's gonna be like that. No, you have to have a standard for going to approval. So the average standard is gonna be this, but then for each person is different. Yeah. So that's why the doctor that knows Delphine, the doctor that knows Mariela, needs to understand my history and needs to adapt it for. So needs to see how Delphine is doing, or needs to know how Mariela is doing, or X person is doing. And this is how I think is crucial. And not just say, okay, everybody is on the
treatment,
in the standard dosage. Because if you're reacting to, then it's when you shrink. And then everybody start losing. You need to adapt the dosage according, because maybe one person needs to be just on the minimum. Maybe one person needs to go to the maximum, then needs to reduce it. The same for any medication. Remember last time we talked about my migraines. My doctor put me, I take the Topamax, for instance, one doctor. Doesn't mean that, we went to, I don't take the maximum for, then they went, okay, we tried, okay, we can go to the minimum. It doesn't work, then maybe we need to mix it with the magnesium, That's how you go. You cannot just say, okay, it works maximum. No.
But finding a good nutrition habit or
Yeah,
exercise or
exactly.
everything.
And you need to have.
Yeah, but it's long and a very personal journey, if I can say like that.
With
With everything.
no,
Yeah.
and exactly, it's especially true when you're under this type of medication, because you're gonna lose, like you would do with any other diet. For instance, if you go into any diet, you're gonna lose muscle mass immediately, because at least 50%, right? Especially if you don't exercise, because you're gonna go into caloric restriction. Is normal. But so especially in here, you need to eat your proteins. You need to have a balance, and you need to exercise. Because here you're gonna lose so much that you need to do building. You need to build your muscle mass.
But you don't sorry for my voice.
No.
Just maybe we talked a few days ago about body positivity, and the point is I follow some plus size models on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. To see such representation. But on the other hand, I feel like something is not maybe right.
I'm not for the body positivity. I mean, well, maybe I don't say it right, but no, I'm not. To be honest, I think we have to include. I don't think everybody should be a model. No, I mean, I would love to have long legs, but I'm short. And not everybody should be in every profession. I would love to be an athlete, and I would love to be, play against the William girls, but I'm not. I don't think we can all be for every profession. I love to dream about being a model, but I love to see them on the passerelle, but on the run, on the runway, and dream that I could be like them. But I love to see them, but I know I will never be a 180 or a 170, But I love to see the clothes on them, but it's not for me. It doesn't mean that I cannot have other opportunities, and I'm not a great woman. But why everybody needs to be that?
But and I think it's my opinion, but we need to be careful about what we celebrate and be honest about the health issues caused by obesity.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying.
Obesity has more than doubled worldwide between 1990 and 2022. So today, over 1 billion people are living with obesity, and it's very not a good news.
And all the diseases that are linked to obesity and were caused to the health industry. It's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
And so you're right. That's why I think these drugs or these new things are here to stay, because I think there is now a trend as well. That was a trend of the body positivity or inclusion of that. But I think there is a trend reverse, because I don't think that was right.
Yeah, we maybe mixed up the whole idea of...
Exactly, because we cannot celebrate that.
Yeah. No.
Because everybody knows that it's not good.
No, the reality is
the other extremes is not good either. But
so we discussed about the importance of food a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
What do you think about all the nutrition that we should eat or not? But I have a very specific question about sugar.
Oh, sugar. It's very bad.
Yeah.
I mean, sugar is necessary for our body, I think. In the good, and I don't think there are good sugars, to be honest, but I think, I think in general, I think we all put too much sugar already in our body. It can be really bad for us. At the end it's just a study and a study after a study that shows how much sugar affects your body, your heart, everything. So it's the number one ingredients for heart disease. And so I think, no later than this year, that was one of the last studies shown.
About sugar and how bad it is.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't have any discomfort when I eat sugar. But I know my mom around the age of 50 couldn't eat sugar anymore. It was too painful for her.
Yeah.
But do you have did you feel the same way, or it's just like in general sugar is not good?
No, in general sugar is not good, and I don't think we feel it. I don't think we feel it. It's just that at some point your body tells you that it's not bad, and it's bad for cognitivity. It's bad, the body doesn't tell you immediately. It's just slowly is telling you. It's not like at some you know that immediately it's bad, but it doesn't oxygenate good. It's just but it's true that with age the cells don't oxygenate the same, and that's why you start getting more tired, etc.
I'm reading a very good book, Genius Food, by Max Lugover.
Mm-hmm.
He studied the impact of nutrition on our brain. It's very interesting. And he gives us practical advice, but with a scientific approach. He also talks about the benefits of taking supplements. What do you think about that? And maybe do you take some supplements as well?
I'm interested in knowing what type of supplements he said this, because I've been reading the opposite.
It was a chapter on omega.
Mm-hmm. Omega is not easily generated by your body, so sometimes you need to get it somewhere else. But
and it was about omega. When you buy fish, for example, in the middle of nowhere, sometimes it's not very good to eat fish. I know that omega is not only fish. Sometimes I think it's better to have good omega supplements than bad fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe wrong, but I have this idea in my mind. I don't know why. He talks also about vitamins and magnesium and iron.
I just read one study from the University of Denmark and one study from the Johns Hopkins University, which was done this year. And I just read, for instance, for most of the supplements that we shouldn't take, they're mostly present in the food, and they were not, unless you're deficient. First of all, you shouldn't take any supplement unless you have you're tested, your blood test. And for instance, I've seen a lot of, they even did on athletes, right? So they did, for instance, the one in Denmark, they did, because that was there. I see many things on Instagram and things like that where people should take creatine and things like that for muscle recovery and things like that. They made one on athletes who would, if they're really looking for the extra performance, right? And then that was no improvement whatsoever. And that was not even a difference between having a cup of coffee and with the creatine. So no improvement. And then the one on the John Hopkins Hospital, they said that unless you have, that was with the supplements, they said you rather spend with the different type of supplements that they have on the vitamins that were not really improved. It's rather you spend your money. They tested a few in food and nutrients rather than vitamins. Or food supplements. I do take supplements just in case. Just in case, but I check them with my doctor, for instance, and I take vitamin D. Again, that's why I said you need to have it checked with your doctor. Because vitamin D, the ones you would buy in the pharmacy, for instance, is like 600 or 2,000 or whatever. And that, if you're vitamin D deficient, the one, that would not be enough. So that's why you need to have checked in with your doctor what would be the amount that otherwise that is almost placebo, And then I get magnesium from him, because that's for that help that you just mentioned it as well from me, but I get it also in IV from him. That also helps to sleep and other things. And then I get other supplementation that is prescribed by him.
Yeah, and it's personalized for
exactly.
you. So important. So yes, just a few words about exercise and how it is important. Do you practice?
Yes, every day.
Okay. I knew the answer, but
every day. And do you?
I can be honest, I was not really into sports before, but over the past few years, I started feeling kind of discomfort, back pain or tension in my neck. After trying different activities without any success, I gave this a try. And I absolutely loved it. Pilates, Pilates. And it's been kind of a game changer.
Yeah, Pilates is a very good. I also do Pilates.
Yeah.
But you do the Pilates with weights or the reform?
It depends. I found a great YouTube channel with a very good teacher, and it's easy to follow. I choose the exercise that I want, and I try to practice every day.
Yeah.
And this is the way for me to practice every day, because I'm not comfortable with not routine, but something very strict. You have to go once a week at a specific time.
I think after the pandemic, I think there are all these apps and all these courses that were developed, and they're great. And I don't think you need to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can if you want, but I think you can find very good courses with the teacher, with live classes where they really teach you also the positions. You can find a personalized trainers. You can find also very good equipment in the online. You can buy also in the shops, and you don't need a gym at home either. So I think there are no excuses today not to lift, not to do gym. And that's what I do. I also do Pilates with weights. I follow 2 apps, and I think I pay, I don't know, like $30 or $40 a month. And then you have the live classes, and they're really good. And then you lift, you start, and but I do it every day. So every morning.
Every morning?
Yeah. Every morning.
What time are you wake up?
It depends, but between 5:30 or 6. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I practice after my day work.
No, I try to do it in the morning, because otherwise it's in the evening I just go on with my things. So it's the morning is like, as we talked last time, just get up. The first thing I do is put on my gym clothes. So I take a quick shower to put my gym clothes, and then I take on with my liquids, my coffee, and then I start my gym.
Yeah.
But it's like 35 minutes, 40 minutes max, and then I start my day.
Yeah. No, it's very affordable in every aspect. Thank you very much, Mariela.
Thank you, Delphine.
It's always a great pleasure to talk with you. See you next week.
See you next week.